open this up and let's go across to our guest. We're joined by Arushi Sana, political analyst. We have Imran Ahmed Ali, lawyer and political analyst, and Syed Asad Abbas, also a political analyst. We're also expecting Mr. Sushil Pandit to join us on the broadcast. Let me first go across to Syed Asad Abbas. Syed Asad Abbas, is this the kind of mediation that the opposition, some in the opposition were expecting India to do? First, to put out a post that says draft Pakistan's PM message on X, and then to go ahead and announce that the ceasefire applies to all, Lebanon included. One hand does not know what the other hand is doing.
Let us understand, Swati ji, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is one of the greatest figures that we have in the world today, who's won several highest civilian awards of not just one country, but almost a dozen countries. Let us understand that our Prime Minister, our Honorable Prime Minister, enjoys great relationships, be it Iran, be it Israel, be it United States of America, whereas Netanyahu and Trump also calls Modi their very, very good friend. So therefore, the real power on a global level, on a geopolitical level, comes in here. Therefore, we as citizens of this country expect that a rogue country like Pakistan does not take away the share of the pie. But a leader like Modi, who is indeed the Vishwa Guru, the leader who surprises others, a leader who's looked up not just in India but the world, to take siege and take notice and bridge amends within the various countries. The man who could stop the Russia-Ukraine war for a bit.
No, there was a pause to ensure that our citizens could be evacuated safely. First of all, let's get that right. Now, let me bring in. Now, one second. Let me bring in Arushi. So, despite all of that has happened, the massive embarrassment for Pakistan, first going ahead with the draft post, and then also including Lebanon, without perhaps taking into confidence Israel or United States on its own announcing Lebanon, and then causing such a huge mess and confusion. There are those who are still impressed and want India to do the same.
But India has done even more than that. At this point, I feel sorry for Pakistan because the audacity to claim that they're an efficient mediator when they can't even control their own instabilities between Balochis and their government. You don't become a mediator when a chaotic Western president gives you that title. You become one only when you have diplomatic relations with all the parties involved. And they have zero formal diplomatic relations with Israel. Iran has repeatedly quashed their claims of playing any role despite having similar religious beliefs. So how are we supposed to believe that a country that is infamous for harboring global terrorism is now a global peacemaker? Real mediation in West Asia is handled by serious players, countries with credibility, leverage, and trust on both sides. Pakistan has none of that. So at best, it is just trying to stay relevant in a conflict where it actually has no seat at the table. And our Prime Minister has been engaging with all the sides. They've been maintaining a strategic autonomy. They're protecting our interests. We are being taken seriously across the world. And they are just struggling for a seat at the table right now.
Just struggling for a seat at the table, Imran Ahmed Ali. So why is the opposition so impressed with that?
You know, I disagree with the feet at the table, whereas my predecessor who just spoke before me would say that Pakistan is not even acting as a mediator. However, what really concerns me is that while we celebrated the coming of Trump in India, Howdy Modi, Namaste Trump, while we showcase to the world that we have very friendly relations, in comparison to the tweets by Trump and also by Iran, where Trump said that he actually halted because of the efforts of Pakistan, and he said something that the destructive force will not be sent tonight because of their efforts. On the same side, even Iran also said that this is because of the brotherly efforts of PM Nawaz Sharif. Now my problem, Shehbaz Sharif, now my problem is one. When we talk about Pakistan, yes, their advantages, whether it be the border, the geographic position, whether it be the same religion in majority, they do have their advantages. But when we talk about the leaders, we have always projected India to be that leader, being at the head of BRICS, being at the helm of affairs for everything. And it is concerning to someone like me because about a year ago, India and Pakistan were at loggerheads with each other. And US comes into the frame and says that, oh, we brokered a peace, which we obviously, the MEA subsequently said that no, they had nothing to do about it. So my concern is that this increasing cooperation between these countries with Pakistan, where does that leave us? Now, it is very easy to say that yes,
still in
we
a
want
safe position,
peaceful
Imran.
outcome
Still
to
in a
this,
safe position,
problem.
and
Yes.
the proof of that was how diplomacy worked for us in our favor. The proof of that was that we were able to secure our energy needs. And also, let me ask you this hypothetical question. So, if you're saying that. And this is what Donald Trump posted, that the destructive forces were stopped because Pakistan requested and the brotherly nation mentioned that Iran made. Why doesn't the United States of America also then accept what Mr. Shehbaz Sharif said in that post, that it applies everywhere? Include Lebanon in the agreement. Agree with that as well, because Pakistan said so.
You know, while I completely agree and I'm standing at the same point as you, now the fact that they're hosting these negotiation talks, no matter what is their level of autonomy, no matter what is their level in it, I would say that we would have been a better country no matter what we may say. Look at their economic position, look at their cost of fuel. I mean, we talk about energy crisis ourselves. Look at where they are standing. All my social media is just full of people mocking the cost of petrol and diesel in their country. However, I feel that they stepped up, while as we should have actually be the ones stepping up.
But don't you see what happened? What is happening behind the scenes, Imran? Don't you see what's happening behind the scenes? The first post that was put out, the header of that said draft. Then he goes on to announce that it is going to apply everywhere. When US says it's a legitimate misunderstanding, that we never agreed to include Lebanon in that agreement. So what kind of a mediating job is Pakistan doing that it really has no idea what US, Israel and Iran want? I want Sushil Pandit to come in. Sushil Pandit, both Syed Asad Abbas and Imran Ali are saying that, given our relations with Israel, with Iran, with US, we should have been the one to have been playing the role of the mediator, and these talks should have been happening in India. Why Islamabad?
That's right. Please speak to staff and please.
Sushil Pandit ji, that question is for you.
It's sorted. See it, say it, sorted.
Could you repeat that, please?
Yes, my question is based on the comments that have come in from Imran and from Syed Asad Abbas, who are saying that these talks should not happen in Islamabad, they should have happened in India, and India should have been the one mediating all of this.
I wonder, why do they grudge our friendly neighbor these little opportunities of redeeming their reputation? They have a reputation problem. Whenever there is a terror attack in any civilized part of the world, most of the country is celebrating, and some of them are praying that it isn't their name that's found out. Now, if for some reason they have been asked to act as a post office, exchange messages, please let them feel good that they have found their relevance in the world. We are not so insecure in our reputation that we should be looking at every opportunity to be in the midst of it. Sorry. We are far more serious a country. We have far better things to do than meddling in war and disputes. And when you have eccentric people fighting it and changing their positions and goalposts every now and then. It's a dangerous terrain. It's a slippery slope. You can't stake your reputation when you do not know which way the actors will play, what they will decide. It's much better to stay off than singe yourself. And please, let Pakistan stew in its own juice. Those talks are being called off. And you know the reason? J.D. Vance's travel to Pakistan is considered a security risk. Imagine what kind of an egg they've ended up with their office. This is much bigger loss of reputation than whatever they could have hoped to earn out of this mediation.
Much bigger loss of reputation. Also,